Andrew Tate is back in the spotlight, but not for the reasons he'd want. In a jaw-dropping turn of events, a recent hack of Tate's notoriously insecure online platforms has exposed a side of him even more controversial than his usual antics. Among the leaks, a previously unseen video from one of his infamous War Room seminars. And trust us, this one has people talking.
She's got to have all the dreams. We'll talk about soul walking. Everything has to come from you, all of it. She should have no outside influences on you at any level.
Can you talk a bit about that? How the restrictions and the boundaries you put on a woman in terms of who she can talk to, where she can go, these kind of things.
Yeah, absolutely. So you have to be very careful with this, and I'm very careful when I talk about this because I don't want anyone to be autistic about it, right? But if you really want to truly soul walk a chick, she's yours. When I say she's yours, I mean she's basically you, her family, your family. That's basically it, right? If she has like a really strong social circle and she really insists on seeing them, they're gonna have a big influence over her. And it is in your best interest to get her away from that social circle. So we're trying to soul walk her, right? We don't want her out, whoever saying whoever. And then women can't shut the fuck up either. They'll talk your business, they'll give their side of the story only. You're a bad guy now. My husband wouldn't do that, even though they pitched to mine just to try and flex. You know what I mean? It gets in their head, right? So you have to try and isolate them from those things. And the things we've talked about thus far, like selling a dream, adding excitement, her never catching you slipping, all these things tie into isolating her and taking her away from the outside influences. Every outside influence is your enemy. All of them. So when it comes to Sterling, there's certain hard rules, right? We don't let your chick hang around dudes. That's a hard rule. That's what always. If she's gonna insist on hanging around dudes, she's not gonna be a chick. She's everyone's chick, right? That's the first one.
She goes back down to Tristan's frame of the
Yeah.
So from main chick, side chick, all the way back down to the bottom of the
And there are hoes. There's some chicks I know, they're just hoes. I got some chicks who are fucking 15 out of 10. They're beautiful. I bang them every time I see them. So I know they do shit being hoes. I don't fall off them. I get for hoes. Those are hoes, right? So you have to keep that frame in mind. But in terms of like isolating them from their friendship, it's not actually that difficult to do. Because women, people always talk about women being mystery. I will hard disagree with that. I think women will tell you anything you fucking want. You start coast out, they can't shut the fuck up. You can't shut the fuck up. You can sit there. Next time your friends come over, when they leave, just say, what was Leanne looking at you like that? Like what? I don't know, she looked like shit. You look like this. Oh, well, actually, last week she did this.
In a moment that should serve as a wake-up call for every young man watching, we need to talk about what we just witnessed. This isn't just a lapse in judgment, it's the very definition of toxic masculinity cloaked in desperation. If you as a man believe your sense of worth is so fragile that your girlfriend having friends or merely being around other men is a threat, then let's be real, the problem isn't her, it's you. This mindset screams insecurity, not strength, and your top priority should be fixing yourself, not controlling others. Now let's talk about the three clowns in the spotlight of this video. It's no surprise they've been pushing these damaging narratives onto young men, but it's refreshing to see them exposed in this way. Justin and Sterling in particular have flown under the radar, yet here they are front and center in leaked group chats from the infamous War Room. For those unfamiliar, this is where Tate and his cronies allegedly strategize how to manipulate women into joining OnlyFans or webcam schemes. In these leaked messages, we see Tris and Tate discussing a so-called mission with Justin and Sterling, while Justin praises Tate's recruitment tactics as easy and magic. If these chats are any indication, Justin and Sterling were knee-deep in using predatory methods, from fake romantic relationships to isolating women from their support systems, all techniques that Tate himself has openly boasted about. The implications here are massive. If these two were actively involved in the OnlyFans management business using these manipulative practices, they could soon join the growing list of War Room members facing serious charges, including human trafficking. And let's not forget the personal fallout. Justin's public persona as a family man seems to crumble under the weight of his own words. Imagine the mother of his daughter hearing him speak about her in the same demeaning tone he uses in his so-called seminars. Hypocrisy much? These revelations serve as a stark reminder the alpha male fantasy these influencers sell is nothing more than a smokescreen for insecurity, control, and in some cases outright exploitation. The question is, how long until their empires come crashing down?
Bullshit, pick it up. They'll do it to themselves. You can say, oh yeah, she just needed a jealousy when I'm talking. Some garbage. You can pry it out of themselves. And when we talk about selling the dream, this is how everything's all encompassing, everything comes together as they do. Imagine you just told her the end this. She said, yeah, me and Aaron Martin last week, you have to sit down and say, you know what, there's some things I'm working on. That money comes in, I really don't want to hang out again. She doesn't really hang Yeah, you're right. Right? She buys into the narrative more. She buys into the drama deeper. The rift with Leanne is now strength. You understand where I'm coming from? And people will call it manipulation, but what you're really doing is putting the pieces on the chessboard in the best place for you to win. You're the one playing the fucking game. But most dudes don't pay attention. Don't sell her a dream. Don't give her any drama. Leanne turns up, oh hi Leanne. And they wonder where all those fucking are.
Attacking frame is actually really easy too, because secretly, even though they're all friends,
They hate each other anyway.
So
They're always trying to rob each other.
So one way that I isolated my girl to be only my friend and not have her friends have influence is I attacked her friend's friend. So we get in trouble, like, she accepted it. Well, of course she's not. She doesn't respect it. Didn't she want to say she wanted to go to Vegas on a girls trip? She doesn't respect it. Trash. And I'll just attack every one of her friends because I think it's easy because every one of her friends' men.
Yep.
So it's all right there. They're an example of what we're teaching not to be. So it's easy to penetrate it. And the next thing you know, my girl is coming to me almost as if she thinks I'm going to forget that I told her this, telling me like, I told her that she must not respect a man. I'm not know that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I know that. Good job. You know, I'm proud of you. And that's all she really wants.
Yep.
Is for me to be proud of her. So once those things are installed and you get to what Andrew's talking about, where she looks at you like the hero, all she wants to do is make you proud of her.
100%. And that's also how she'll get her superiority over women, which is what she's trying for. This one's doing that whole shit.
Let's be real for a second. If the idea of your girlfriend having her own social life makes you feel threatened, it's time for some serious self-reflection. That insecurity is not her issue, it's yours. Frankly, if this hits home, you're coming across as a sad little loser, harsh, maybe, but sometimes the truth stings. The problem isn't her independence, it's your inability to handle it. Here's the hard truth. This mindset shows you're deeply damaged. You got some major work to do on yourself before you can even think about calling yourself a man, let alone attracting and keeping a high-value woman. Fix the root of the problem yourself before you try to fix anyone else.